mistakes were made.
Baby did a bad, bad thing. Baby did a bad, bad thing. Baby did a bad, bad thing.
Hey everyone.
Hello.
Billion Beri here. I'm Mike.
Tasha.
And today we're going to show you how badly we screwed up on a recent Beckett order. Actually, 2 orders combined. So if you saw our previous one, you saw we did pretty good, and we were talking up how we thought our pre-grading process had improved, and it has.
It did.
However, we got, this is I think 148 cards between a couple orders, so it wasn't all just one order, but it was
2 orders.
2 orders.
One was 121, and then the rest.
And then the rest.
So we had one massive order and one small order.
Yeah. So we got those back. What percentage of these cards are 9/5s?
62%.
You serious?
62%. Okay.
Yikes.
So a few reasons. Number
Yes,
one.
we have reasons.
We had a bunch of cards in here that we wanted to grade for our personal collection, and we only had one.
Yeah.
So we kind of pre-graded and said, good enough. We think it's better than a 9, so we're going to send it and hope for a 10, but we'll see what happens.
It was like, we would rather have this as a graded card than just as is, so we know it's not going to get a 10, but what the heck.
Yeah. The second reason is because I think we got perhaps a little too full of hopium, I guess you could say. We got maybe a little too into the grading process, just the idea of having things slabbed, right?
Yeah.
So we started our pre-grading process. We got very strict about it. We have we keep very strict notes on all the various subgrades, how we feel they're gonna do. And then from there, we determine what we're gonna send in. But the problem is, so there's our notes, right? The problem this time though, is that even when our notes had 2 or more things that we notated across subgrades, I think we were so enamored with the idea of sending in to Beckett that we were just kind of like, well, maybe they'll overlook one of those and then we'll still get a 10.
Yeah.
So it turns out that for the most part, this order is, generally speaking, what we have on our sheet.
Yeah, there's a few things that we have, even since now, refined our process a little bit better, like centering. He now does it with a magnifying glass, and he says that he's getting, he's seeing it better nowadays. Yeah. So centering was still a bit of an issue with discrepancy of, we thought it was a 10, it came back 9.5, something like that. So that still had some issues. And then I guess I need to learn a little bit more about edges, because that was the other one that kind of came back pretty often, is I thought it was great and they just decided it wasn't.
Yeah. So it was also our choice of cards to grade, as you'll see here in our first stack. But so we're gonna go through the cards we've got. You'll see that some of them have sleeves on them. Those are the ones that we've already kind of set aside for our personal collection. We didn't want to remingle them in this huge stack and then be like, which ones are ours?
Yeah.
So
make it easy to spot.
Yeah, we have those sleeved. But so let's start going through these and we'll show you how we did.
148 cards. Go!
So first up is our poor Robin.
Poor Robin.
So we sent in 3, and we got 2 9s and a 9.5. So yay, the 9.5 goes to us. What we're finding is that gift collection, not a super quality print.
Did not grade well at all.
We seem to be doing
board.
very badly with those, yes. So
now, that's not to say you can't get good ones, because we do have 2 black labels from the gift collection from our last order. You might remember Nami and Boa. So you can do well, but by and large,
But to me, that just means that our black labels are that much more valuable to us because we sent in a lot. You're gonna see, like, we sent in a lot of gift collection trying to get more, and
We kind of liked the idea of having the whole thing all slabbed, but
yeah. So Santa Chopper
so cute.
gave us coal,
Yeah.
so no good there. Uta apparently knows I'm not a fan of hers, and she did not sing us a good song.
Uh-uh.
So there's that.
Yeah, we sent in like 2 to 3 cards of each card.
Yeah. So we got
Yamato.
Yamato also just deciding not to join the crew, the 10 crew.
Yeah. It's just painful. It's just painful when you get them all back like this.
Yeah, Jinbei. And now you can see some of these, you probably can't see it on camera, but centering 9.
Yeah.
So I spot checked some of these, and like both of these on the front are near perfect. They're slightly off. This one's, I think, slightly off. This one is closer to a 10 on the front, maybe just barely offset.
Yeah.
But it
Not
takes a
9.
magnifying glass to see it. But then you get to the back, and I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but it's much wider up top than on the bottom, so they must have really dinged us for that.
Yeah.
So my guess is that it was a 9.5 on the front,
And then the back.
but then the back was a 9, and so it just knocked it all the way down.
Yeah.
And then we got our lone ace over here. I think we already have a 10 of him, so
I think so.
yeah, because he's not sleeved up. So
I hate how some of the slabs come scuffed.
yeah, good times. But wait, there's more. So we got 3 Luffys, all 9.5s,
Ready to pee!
and we got what I call a 9.5 black label because it's just 9.5 across the board.
Everything
So,
9.5.
Yeah, some people like to break them out and regrade them, but when all 4 metrics are 9.5, it's hard to justify that.
Yeah.
Boa, not treating us the same as she did last time.
No.
So
We were hoping for a secondary black label of it, but it
That'd-
just did not happen.
that'd be nice.
Not even close. Aw, this is especially disappointing because I don't even like this card that much. We only did it because it was part of the set.
Yeah.
But like, when I very first saw this card, I was like, what am I even seeing? Like,
What even is that?
Yeah, I didn't understand. He was like laying on his side on the ground. I was like, what's happening?
Yeah.
But it's not awful or anything. Like I said, we wanted it as part of the whole collection,
Mhm.
but it's not my favorite card.
No. Zoro's a tough one because of all the dark foil.
Yeah, those black edges are especially troublesome.
Yeah.
On
those,
all black edges, basically.
those do not treat us very well. And finally, we got
Frank.
Frankie.
I like that card.
Such a cool
too.
card, but neither one of them look even remotely reattemptable.
No.
So yeah.
And I mean, honestly, the value is just not there in those cards to bother with resubmitting. It was kind
Yeah.
of like we'll give it a good shot and see what we get kind of thing. Because we ended up with a lot of gift collections.
Yeah. So what notes do we have on that? Like, how did we do? Obviously, we did terrible. You didn't see a single 10 in any of that.
Well, basically on that one, I thought that the edges, when I looked at them, I just wrote 10 all the way down the board. All but 8 of them were marked on edges. So that's a lot of cards, and only 8 of them came through what I thought. So
And
I
there's
failed.
31 of them?
28.
28.
28. And
So-
then it looks like it was a mix of things. Just,
Obviously, my centering was
yeah,
not
well,
great because I saw a lot of 9 centerings on there.
Yeah. The severity of it was pretty bad, but at the same time, 16 of them were wrong and 12 of them were right. So you weren't that, it was like almost a 50-50 ratio, I guess. And then the other things were just sort of like a little here, a little there, not matching. So yeah, I mean, it's just little things that sneak up on you on those. It was mostly centering and edges, though. Those were the two things that killed us on those.
Got it. So next up, this one, these we, I think, put in, yeah, these are exclusively for us. We put in these as our own personal collection items.
We had gotten a few of the tournament kits off eBay. We really liked the winner cards, so.
Yep.
This Brook is so cool.
So awesome, very metal Brook.
Yeah, he looks almost like horror a little bit to me. I love that.
Like Black Cauldron concert. So he's our only 9.5, thankfully. We got our pre-release winner VV back.
Yeah. Another one of the ones that we sadly highly overpaid for.
Yeah.
We have this bad habit of thinking a card is going to go up more, so we buy it, and then it drops like a stone.
Or we just missed time. Like, we didn't realize when it came out, it said OPO3 pre-release winner, and we don't play the game, so we don't know when these things are distributed, and it seems we came in right at the front of when they became available, so they were highly valuable, and then the day after we bought them, it dropped by like 2/3, and it's like, oh, good.
Same thing happened back with our Mihawk in the red chair with Perona.
Yeah.
Which you'll see.
Yeah. So then we got Kobe. Pretty good one. Looks like only edges got in the way of us getting a black label, so we'll have to evaluate that one. See if maybe
that's
there's
a cool card.
Yeah, it's a nice card. I love seeing Shanks in the background. Good job, young soldier. And here's,
speaking of the card we overpaid for dramatically.
Yep. So it looks like Surface is the only thing that nailed us here.
Yeah, and I don't recall. I'd have to check the notes to see if it
there might have
matched.
been like a little pit or something, if I recall.
Maybe? I don't know.
I don't know. Who knows?
Well, I have the note that they found surface flaws I didn't, so that's probably what happened there.
Okay. Got Okiku.
Yeah.
Looks like centering messed us up on that one, and I can kind of see it if I look at it hard enough. I probably marked that as bad centering, but. And then the only black label that we got here on this one is Tashigi.
But it's a cool card.
It's a cool card.
I like Tashigi.
Yep, she's cool. So we like black labels. We'll take black labels.
I'm actually really impressed that that's the one that went black label because it's a black card, which means those black edges.
Yeah, that's a little bit harder to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, happy about that.
Yeah. Then we, on that same kind of note, we did some of the judge cards. So
yeah.
I like this Yamato a lot. So we got this judge. Looks like Surface really got dinged on it. Mm-hmm. And just looking.
I don't know why. Oh wait, yes I do. There's some little
Oh, da 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 da.
I'm looking for a word in my brain.
You all understood that, right? Da 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 da.
Horizontal. Yeah, that's the word I was after. Little horizontal like dash marks where the foil is like shining through the white. And I did mark that down.
Oh,
so
I
that
can
one
kind of
matches
see that
what
in
I
the
thought.
glare, yeah. Okay.
But it got dinged harder than I thought it would because it seemed somewhat minor to me, but they dinged it at a 9 instead of a 9.5 like I thought they would. So that one's a learning experience for me. Now I know that for the future.
Now we know to grade for da 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 da.
Shut up.
And then we graded another boa in an attempt to get a black label, and we got very, very close, but not quite there.
Centering got us.
Centering. Rude. Got our Automaton, also centering.
So cute.
And then we got two Sadis, and both of them got nailed for centering. So that's awesome.
Yep.
Very, very nice to see centering always getting in our way.
I'm hoping that it's gonna be a little bit better in our upcoming orders because he has gotten a lot more strict about it, grades it harsher, so hopefully now we'll start to line up with what Beckett does.
Yeah. We're going to have a video when we get this next order back, because this one hurt our confidence a little bit. Although looking at the notes, we're like, actually, we were spot on a lot of the stuff. We were just too stupid not to send it.
Yeah. We didn't listen to ourselves. We're like, we see these things. That's okay.
But we got a lot stricter after the failings of this one.
Yeah.
So we're sending in some new ones, and we'll see how those come back. And as soon as those come back, if everything looks good, then we're going to put together a video of like how we pre-grade stuff. And you'll see like just a kind of a precursor to it. For centering, I use digital calipers to like measure the borders top and bottom, left and right. But I kept getting 9.5 centering back. I'm like, what's going on? So now I use a magnifying glass with a light on it, and I shine it right down the stretch of the border, and now I measure it. So it's like 20 or 30 times magnification or something.
30, I think.
Yeah. So looking back at some cards that I thought were 10s and I got 9.5s on, if I look at it through that magnification, I can see, oh, you know what? It is offset just a little bit. It's very nitpicky, but that's their job, is to be nitpicky. So
they're going to be nitpicky. So if you think something's going to slide, it's not going to slide. Yeah. We found that out the hard way.
If it's not 50-50 centering, then it's not a 10. So some of these cards were like 49.5, 50.5 centering, you know, so very, very close, but no, not quite. So, yeah.
Yeah, we just want to make sure that if we do a grading, like a how to pre-grade video, that we have the stats to back it up. You know, you can look through our history and see how we did.
Yep.
And we don't want to tell people how to do something without having a proven track record.
Yeah. So we got multicolor Luffy. Got hey, I did pretty good on centering there.
Yeah.
But other things nailed us on that one.
Yeah, he was a tough one. I think we either got 2 or 3 of them, and only one of them, even with our hopium, made it.
Yeah. Even our hopium was too weak to let some of those through.
Yep. So it's what it is, but hey, he came back not bad.
Not bad. Then we got this guy. And you may notice a weird post-it behind there. For some reason they labeled it a Japanese promo championship ace.
Nope.
Clearly not Japanese.
Nope.
And we did grade a bunch of Japanese cards, but this is not one of them. So
this is the ace from the special goods set.
Yeah. So there's actually a few cards that we're noticing got labeled incorrectly. So I would recommend
always
poring over your labels and double checking. In fact, there are some, I don't remember exactly which ones, but there are some that in their system, if you go online and look at your order history, they're labeled wrong, or they're attributed to the wrong card in their system, but then the label is correct. So I don't know what they're doing. Maybe some of the growing pains. They seem to be expanding and getting faster, and they just changed their pricing structure and all that stuff. So maybe it's just people coming on board and like learning the systems properly. But
could be.
Yep.
This ace, man.
Event pack ace. Just.
We've gone through like 10 of him trying to find a good one for grading. We finally submitted him, and that's what we got back.
Yeah.
So
3 9.5s and a 10. Ouch.
We are having a very hard time.
Ace! Come on, man.
We love that card though.
Yeah.
So good. And then this one, we love Shanks. He's not foil or fancy, but I love the artwork.
Yep.
We ordered, I think it was 15, 17 of these from one person?
Yeah, something like that.
And almost all of them were, let's just say they probably had them in a box with their pet clawing them. Because that was atrocious.
Yeah,
It awful. But I did manage to find 2 that were usable.
There's bulk boxing, and then there's that.
Yeah.
But hey, at least we got a 9.5 black label.
We did.
Right? 9.5 gold label, black label. Yeah.
But we did get a 10.
Got a 10, but of
So.
course, centering messed us up. And then Mihawk, sealed battle,
Yeah.
centering. Always centering.
Always centering.
Yep.
The one big thing that comes between us and black labels is centering. So hopefully with our new process, that's gonna get better and better.
Yeah. Now this one was for me. I really wanted this card as a black label. And we had varied success. So we'll start off with this guy. 8/5 on edges.
I don't know why.
I don't see anything that would indicate 8/5 edges.
Right?
Like, these cards are generally so good that an 8/5 on edges, you feel like you should have seen like cuts from a bandsaw or something on them. I don't understand.
I don't know. I pour over these cards and I don't get a lot of 9s back, so I feel like I see things pretty well, but
Yeah.
my God, when I do get a 9 back, I'm like, what is going on? What did I miss? Who's having a bad day?
Yeah. So we got a couple 9/5s of varying subgrades. They're all over the place.
This, that, and the other.
This, that, and the other. And then we got... We got multiple 10s. So we got...
So see, we are pre-grading pretty darn well.
Yeah. And let's see, the 3 in my hand, we're all centering. And the 2, so 5 out of these 6 missed black label due to centering. Thanks, centering. Appreciate you. This one got nailed for edges, which is what I think our 9 got nailed on too. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there's that. But all in all, not too bad on those. However, did get the black label.
Woohoo!
So, if you try hard enough and spend enough money, your dreams can come true.
Right?
So yeah, I really wanted this one in a black label. I love the little first anniversary stamp. I love the layout of the card. Chibi
Little
Luffy is
Chibi Luffy.
cute. So I really wanted this in black label, and I got it.
So that's an epic win. And according to my notes, our pre-grading was really spot on with these. It was just a few cases of hopium that got us. And then as you saw,
Yeah.
most of them were 10s and it was just the centering issues. So we did pretty darn well on that batch.
Yep. Next up, we've got kind of another experiment. We thought, hey, you know what? These aren't very valuable cards on their own, but they're nice, and you know, it's Vivi and Luffy together.
We love the artwork.
Might be pretty collectible. The artwork's nice, so it's not foil. It's not the winner card that we also got a 10 of, but we like it. So we tried it. This one, obviously, utter fail. I don't see how it's a 9 centering, but okay. Oh boy. Okay. Then we got 4 9/5s.
Yeah.
So, not the greatest there. Centering 9, centering, okay. So 2 centering 9s. Wow.
Yikes.
I must have been just not even paying attention. I was drunk. I don't know what I was doing when I was centering these, but
Could be you were just doing too many cards and
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah.
eventually when you're looking through magnifying glasses for half the day,
Your
your
eyes
eyes
bug
start to
out.
go crazy. We did get 2 10s, so that's good. One got me on centering, the other one's on surface. So
Yeah, I don't know why. These are common level cards, basically, you know. Surface is, there's no foil to scratch, nothing like that. So typically, if there's something bad on the surface of those cards, you could spot it pretty easily just by holding it diagonal to light and then letting the light pour over the surface. You'll see scratches and stuff pretty easily. So I am not sure what the heck they saw that I didn't.
who knows?
Mystery.
But got another black label, thankfully. very, very happy to have a black label of this one. I would have loved to get a black label of the pre-release winner card,
yeah,
too.
The artwork's a little better.
A little better, but hey, I will take this one. This is a really nice artwork. I really like the kind of light colors of it and the positioning and all that. Really cool.
And for us, it's really not always about like the actual value of the card. It's about how much do we like the character, how much do we like the artwork, things like that.
The aesthetic of it, all that.
Coming here, you're always gonna see some randomness get graded.
Right, next, another kind of experiment-ish. So, I thought it would be cool to have a good graded copy of the original STO1 Luffy leader, because it kind of kicked things off, you know?
First
and it's
starter deck.
It's a cool card, and then there's a reprint of it that isn't foil.
Yeah, no foil.
Right, so I kind of wanted like the original foil graded. Ouch.
That proved much more difficult than we expected because we probably have, what, like 20 of these cards?
Something
Maybe
like
more?
that. And they were all pretty rough.
This foil is pretty fragile, I gotta say. Because all of them were like scuffed and scratched, and it was hard to find good candidates to send in at all. But
and you can't even blame who we bought from on TCGPlayer, because even ours was scratched up a little bit too. And ours came straight out of the pack into a sleeve, so it's just the manufacturing of the card.
Is fragile.
Yeah, but all three of these got 8.5 on centering, so whatever idiot centered these cards is fired.
Yeah, give him his walking papers.
That guy, he's gone. He got the memo. So this one I did much better. Instead of 8.5 centering, I got 9.
Ooh.
Yep. It's like it's a gift. So there's that. And then we got 3 10s.
We didn't manage the black label.
Nope, no black label on this one.
It's a toughy one.
Yep. Looks like in this case I messed up on centering on one, but then edges got us on the other 2.
I don't know why.
I don't know what the deal is. But
I'm gonna have to learn more about edges, I think.
Yeah, like what are they actually going after? So let's move on to these here. So these are unfortunately our OPO1. Like we've already graded some of our OPO1, but we wanted to take some of our higher dollar value cards that are alt arts and such and get them graded. So we only have one of each of these. So
that's all we had to work with. They were far too expensive to buy extras.
Yeah,
so
at least for now. So
yeah, we may at some point, but we tried with what we had because it seemed pretty good.
Yep. So here's a card we lovingly call Booty Boa.
She popping that booty.
Yeah. Some cards in these sets have nicknames for us, like the OPO4 Alt Art Secret VV. We call her Mermaid VV. So
looks like a mermaid.
Some just have nicknames. Here's Dopey. Centering was very bad, and I can actually see it as I sit here and sway this. So not hard to see on that one, but it's the only one we had. Luffy. I don't know what it is about Luffy leaders, but Luffy leaders hate our guts. We don't get any really good anything with Luffy leaders.
I know one thing is that anytime you see this black gloss, every set has a problem with this. Wherever there's black gloss, you're gonna most likely get pitting throughout it. And you get dinged for that, even though it's manufactured that way. If it's not smooth as a baby's bottom, it's gonna get dinged. So that is a big problem.
Yep. We got our 9.5 Black Label Zoro.
All 9.5s, all the time.
Poor guy got dinged on everything.
That's why he looks so unhappy.
Yeah. And then he lashed out, and they did not budge. Still 9.5. He got a few things up to 10, but
such disrespect to Zoro.
Disrespect.
So our OPO1 stuff, all 9.5s.
Yeah.
Kind of disappointing. But
yep. Not the greatest, but
all of those though, again, we just had the one card to send in, So we sent it.
Yep. This we sent in before the ban, just so you know. But for some reason, we got nailed on an 8.5 on the surface of this guy.
I don't know what they are smoking on this one.
Yeah.
If I thought he was going to stay valuable, I would resubmit, but he's dropped like a stone, so...
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Yeah, not only is he banned, but he's been replaced by a newer, updated card.
Yeah, he ain't
so
coming back.
He's probably gone forever. And then to my point about Luffy leaders never treating us right, here's this
Another
Luffy.
Surface 9.
Another
It's
Surface
that black
9.
gloss.
Yeah, so honestly, I'm actually glad that they didn't downgrade us to a 9 on this one.
Mm-hmm.
But, Sabo, same kind of story. Just
I thought I had that one in the bag because Surface 10, I thought, oh, there's no pits in the gloss. No,
no,
still no 10.
we're not allowed to have our dreams.
No.
Everything. Bellamy was right. No dreams. Bella Betty.
I kind of regret.
I don't even know
grading so
why
many
we
of
graded
her.
this one.
I don't know.
I think it was just like, well, we should just have one of all the leaders. But
Yeah.
I'm
We
changing
kinda
my
just
thought on
went
that.
into this grading frenzy for OPO5. We were just like, grade it all. It's all special. Go.
Yeah.
And now
it's-
we're kind of looking back at that going, what was wrong with us?
Yeah, it's really just not.
This is like the third order where we're getting OPO5 stuff back. That's how much we graded of OPO5,
Yeah.
and we're regretting it.
I think we bought into the hype of it was a big set. It created the big bubble because Worlds was happening also. So like everything was going through the roof.
Yeah.
And we just kind of got lost in it. So Rosinante, really like the character. Don't care about having a graded version of it necessarily. But we graded him anyway. So.
Now we got him.
And then we got NL. And
I wonder if he'll ever come back.
apparently he's not well centered. So
Yep.
yeah. And then, for a change of pace, we have more OPO5.
OPO5.
So we got,
We thought having a Kaido dragon would be pretty cool, so we tried to just send the best one we had. And
yeah, but apparently centering's way, way off,
yeah.
is what it is. Got 2 kids. Really like the artwork of this. I'm not the biggest kid fan. I find him obnoxious and screamy, and that's everything I don't like about anime characters. It's why I don't like most of the characters in Demon Slayer, at least his companions, because they're all screamy and annoying. But yeah, this artwork's really cool though, so we thought, all right, we'll go for
And
it.
the funny thing is out of 5 cases, those are the only 2 that we pulled. Like, he was very elusive.
Yeah, he was. But we got his manga, so
Yep.
there's
We
that.
did.
Anniversary Luffy, just special card. Wanted to have a couple of these. We had already gotten a black label of this one before, but like the card, we're still trying to get our signature Luffys to be in a good state. And then we got 2 black label anniversaries.
I happened to notice that people wanted this one, so I thought, why not? Give it a try.
Yeah, so there we go. We got 2 black labels. So these will be going up for sale sometime in the near future once we... There's 148 cards here, and we have to take photos of all of them. We have to create listing. It's
And we have EBO1 to open soon.
Yeah.
Hopefully in the next couple of days.
yeah, so it's a process, and we're slow.
Yeah.
Because I have a day job, and and half the time I'm editing this stuff, so I don't really have a whole lot of time. So here's our black label 9.5 NL.
He was the only NL special we pulled. So he was getting graded. I love the special cards. I think they're all gorgeous.
Yeah.
So we wanted to have all the specials for OPO5 slabbed.
Yep. I don't fully understand this pose that Lucci is in on this one. Yeah.
Jazz hands.
Jazz hands. Kind of weird, but
I don't know. It's
awesome
probably one
card.
of his abilities or something that we don't remember.
Yep. Sent in both of our Yamatos and got one of them back a 10.
At least we got a 10.
Yep. Looks like Edges nailed us on one of them, and then Centering and Edges nailed us on the other.
Boo.
Yep. Is what it is. Got our Uta back.
It's a cute card, even though he doesn't like her.
I don't like Uta, but this is a nice card.
Yeah.
I like this card. It's well laid out. It's got some cool colors to it. I like the background.
It kind of feels a little bit like kawaii 80s to me.
Yeah. It reminds me of Diablo 3's Whimsy Shire.
I could see that.
And then we got Kaido. We have a black label of this
Yeah,
guy,
you know.
so we're good there. But
Somebody will be happy to have him, I'm sure.
yeah, so we got that. Good. Any notes on those?
On the OPO5, let's find out.
Note: we graded too much. Yes, we did.
Well, the big thing I found was special tip for you. There were some that we felt were like, it could go 9.5, it could go 10 for centering. Every time it went 9.5. Not once did it go to 10. So, learn that lesson.
Yeah. So if you think they're gonna miss something, don't assume
won't.
that. Assume they're gonna catch it.
Yeah. And other than that, it was just centering. Nailed us hard.
Yeah. Could you hand me that stack?
No, that's tax lag.
Oh, that's last. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then what about the other two? No good on those yet?
This is all last.
That's last. Okay. All right. There's an order to things. I didn't know this.
Yeah.
All right. So next, we got the Chinese New Year exclusive Luffy.
We loved the art. Like, the Chinese exclusives, they keep getting these beautiful artworks that we just love, so we go to eBay
Yeah.
and grab them.
And it's like one of the only Luffy cards that I can think of where he's actually eating something.
Right? How bizarre is it that this is the only one?
Luffy's always eating meat.
Yeah,
Why did we have to go to a Chinese card to get it?
I know.
Here he
It's
is.
iconic. He should have meat.
And I love the texture on these cards. There's like a
Yeah.
I don't know if it's showing up on the camera or not, but it's got like this almost like old newspaper quality like texture
To me,
to it.
it's like if you've ever eaten wafer cookies, that diamond crosshatch on the top of the wafer cookie, shrink that down to where it's really fine texture, and that's kind of what's on top of that.
Yeah, it's a good description. Then we got the Zoro variant, also eating and boozing it up.
drinking,
Yep,
like,
that's the most important part.
Big mug.
Yep, boozing it up.
Heck yeah.
Unfortunately, we did not get a 10 of this guy, so we will probably keep trying.
We have more on the way already, in fact. We're just waiting for them to get here.
Yep,
Because dang it, I want a 10 of those.
yep.
Love a black label, but
Yep.
take what you can get sometimes.
And then if you've been following our channel at all, you know that she is a huge fan of Carrot
Yes.
and Corona. So we had no choice but to buy ourselves a Japanese girls collection set because there isn't an English version of it.
No, and there's
And
no
it's got
word
some nice
that it's
cards.
going to come to English, so I was like, I'm not waiting, I'm getting this.
Yeah. So unfortunately, we only got a 9.5 on the Perona. We've got another two of these collections en route once they become available or whatever, as our washing machine sings us a little ditty.
I thought it would be okay, the door's closed, but that's loud.
That is loud. So
Enjoy that little tune.
now you know. Those of you with LGs are like, I recognize that sound. So yeah, so we got this Perona,
Yeah.
9.5. So we got more on the way.
I love the Perona, though. It's such a cute card.
We've got this Nami apparently gift collection, according to the label. It is
Yeah.
it is the girls collection, not the gift collection.
Yeah,
So
they mislabeled
This-
that. It's girls edition, not collection.
yeah.
So
this one we have to get relabeled
Mm-hmm.
because it's wrong.
I'm only so on that Nami. It's I kind of feel about this Nami
Yeah.
not as bad as Treasure Rare Nami.
Yeah.
But it doesn't 100% look like Nami to me.
Yeah.
But I do like it better than Treasure Rare Nami.
It is better than Treasure Rare, but it's not much better.
Sulong Carrot.
Sulong Carrot.
So pretty.
Yep. Sadly, only a 9.5, but
I'm
nice
really hopeful for the next ones we get. Submit those, and hopefully I'll get my 10s or even black labels if I'm lucky.
Yep.
Pudding.
9.5 pudding. 9-5 Tashigi.
She just looks angry.
Yep.
I wish they would have done a better Tashigi there.
And then 9-5 Black Maria.
I also wish for a better Black Maria. That face, I don't know, I'm not digging it.
But look at that, like all 9-5s didn't
solid
just
9-5.
completely struck out on getting any 10s for that. Okay.
Boo.
So now, hang on.
The monumental stack of Japanese cards we did, because we bought a bunch of the promo cards because we didn't know they would, if or when they would be coming to English, and we really liked the artworks on them, so we said, we'll just buy them in Japanese. And then they promptly came to English, most of them.
Pretty much.
So that's our luck.
Yeah, we don't. We apparently don't read the news feeds very well.
I mean, do they advance announce anything? I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't think they do.
No.
But it was a little disappointing though, because when they do come to English, they're a lot more expensive, so it's harder to get into those ones.
So in this way, we get to enjoy the cards and.
Yeah.
All right, so we got one of the 7-Eleven promos. Got nailed hard on centering and edges, so that's a fail.
I don't know why.
We got this, as she says, Hiyori, because
I always think
her
that's
brain
Hiyori.
refuses to recognize that this is Yamato.
I know it's Yamato.
Because Yamato doesn't dress like this. Hiyori does.
Yeah,
so
that's what Hiyori looks like.
I get it, but it's Yamato.
It's a struggle for me. I call it Hiyori every freaking time.
So the one for our collection, we got a 9-5. That's the best we could do on that one.
That was such a pretty artwork, though.
It is. It's great.
I wish we got
it's
better.
a great Hiyori. Then we got 7-Eleven again with that guy.
At least it's a better one. 9-5.
Better one. And then we got
our 9-5 7-Eleven collection.
Got the trio. And none of them came back 10s, so we got hosed on all of those. So thanks for that, guys.
They seemed really pristine. I don't know what happened with those.
Yeah.
I don't have them separated out from notes.
Then we have the Gear 5 Dawn. Wasn't sure if this one was coming to English or not, so we went ahead and grabbed one of them.
Yeah.
Glad
we only got one.
Now that it's in English, I'll definitely want to try to grab that one.
Yeah.
Got the complete guide Kaido. Got 2 of them. Got one of them in a 10. Looks like edges kind of screwed us up here, but and then centering hurt us on the other one.
Those cards, I remember what the problem was. They had a little bit of that like foil cupping on the edges, and that'll get you.
Then we tried a number of times on this Gear 5 because like
it's just really cool art.
Yep. So I got this one too early, but yeah.
Spoilers.
So yeah, we got 2 9-5s of this guy, and then I wonder if we got any 10s.
Gee.
We got 2. Haha. I tricked you.
Covering the sale.
Yep. So we got 2 10s of this guy. Looks like edges got us or prevented the black label on both.
It was another one that had the foil cupping problem.
Got it. Yep.
We found a whole bunch of those off an eBay seller that were really affordable, so they just sent us, we got a stack of them.
Just got a stack, yeah. And thankfully, we did get 1 black label, so very happy about that.
Yeah.
Typically try to grab the English cards when available, but at the time they didn't exist.
Yeah,
so
this was before they became English cards.
We submitted these a while ago, and we're just now getting to them. So so that's that stack. And then we got one more big stack before we get to her special save it for last stuff.
What could it be?
Yeah. So we got a couple of these guys.
I mean, this one's just too cool. I'm shocked it hasn't come to English, because it is a really cool artwork. And it fits with our theming of Billion Beri back there.
Mm-hmm.
Our figure standing on treasure,
Yep.
3-part figure. So we had to get him.
That's a great card. Had to do that. This one I regret immensely because I'm still pulling them here. Oh my gosh.
This was another one where one seller just had a pack of them, so we grabbed it. And in all honesty, when we looked at the cards, we thought these all look great. We didn't see any flaws on these. And apparently we were blind.
Yeah, because we graded a total of 8.
And they're all 9.5.
And they're all 9.5. Every single one of them.
Across the board.
And none of them are the same. Well, I mean, some of them are the same.
Some of them are the same, but like.
But for the most part, like they're
subgrades jumble around as to
all
what
over
got
the
us.
place. Yeah.
So I don't know what the heck happened on those. It boggles my mind because those cards looked very clean.
Yeah. So that's, as you can see, that's an expensive mistake.
I mean, it wasn't because we got a pack for like $15.
Well, we still had to grade them though.
Well, that's true. That is true. I forget about that.
Yeah, that's an important factor.
And this is another one of those. Bought a pack, sent them in, thought
Yep.
they looked great, and wah, wah.
Yeah, so bunch of 9.5s on this guy.
And then he came to English.
And then it came to English, so yay for that.
So we'll have to get his English counterpart instead.
And then this one. Pause. Yep, so this is the STO1 leader, but it's got gold foiling.
Yeah, gold here and here.
And it's called the...
And he came from, I'll put it on this camera, Lakefig is how I say it. I have no idea if that's how you actually say it, but that's what makes sense to me. So Lakefig. And there's gonna be a Zoro one, so you can bet I'm gonna get that one too. Because he's just the cutest little guy. And your leader, you stand him up behind, so it would kind of look like that as you're playing. And obviously I wanted to get them graded because this is just a very unique thing to me. So I plan to have our little Luffy here on display with the graded card behind it. So.
Yep, good stuff. And we did get a 10. So we got 3 of them total. And our good friend centering removed the ability for us to get a black label on it. But
and that was a tougher thing to buy, so
yeah.
those 3 are all we get. Hopefully Zoro will be affordable after he drops, which I think is sometime in June, maybe. But right now on pre-order pricing, it'll murder you.
Yeah.
Now, the time we've all been waiting for. I know, you've just been on the edge of your seat wondering, what is she talking about?
Yes,
what is she hiding?
Because we hyped it up so much. Get ready for this.
You're never gonna believe it.
If you think we're ridiculous now, oh, you don't even know.
So, you might actually understand this one. Wait, I gotta change the orientation. There you go. Because I know there's other Perona fans out there.
Yep. So, not too hard to understand this one, right? Box toppers. We've done it with the boa.
She's up here.
She's a Perona. We like Perona.
I love Perona.
Yeah. So that one's a no-brainer. That one's no big thing. No big surprise there.
But what you might think I'm a little insane for, and you'd probably be right, is that I'm black label hunting for Carrot too.
Yeah. So this little 3-cent card we sent in.
She's back here.
Not surprisingly, Pop 1.
But soon. It might not be the only graded carrot, because if you've been looking at my Instagram, you might know I've gone through a stack about that thick for trying to find a black label of this common carrot card worth 3 cents. Just because that is one of my favorite artworks in the whole freaking game. It's so cute. Like, I just love this. And I'm a rabbit fanatic, so when I saw Carrot, like, be still my heart, I love her.
Yeah. So be jealous, because this thing is worth $18.03.
But the sentimental value is priceless. And then because I love Carrot, I have to get her rare version as well. I haven't decided. I don't think that artwork I am interested in black labeling, so I may not.
Let me just leave it as is.
Yeah, I got a 10. I'm pretty happy about that. So I don't know that I need to hunt down a black label for that. And I've shared this a few places. You might also be in the Black Label Vault group on Facebook. Or again, you may have seen it on our Instagram, but crowning glory of my Perona collection, I've got a black label of Perona. So I'm hoping to add a black label of the box topper version, but for now, I have this one, and I'm very, very happy. So, yay!
So because this is black label, you normally 10x raw, right? So take $18 and then 10x the 3 cents, and this sucker's worth $18.30.
Hey, I think that this is worth more than that. I think she's like 30 cents.
Oh, okay.
So take that.
All right, so she's worth $21.
Again, it's not always about the monetary value.
No, it's...
Sometimes we just gotta do what your heart demands.
Yep.
And then this one, this is our second one, right?
Yep.
So you've seen her before, and now you might be able to go to our eBay and get one for yourself after I've finally posted her. Sorry, that might take a few. I've been struggling through shoulder problems, but as you can see, it's moving a little better now. But yeah, we got a second one, so now we can sell her. And this is one of my favorite BOA cards because she has the look of condescension and disdain.
Yep.
It's
the camera angle is slightly looking up at her. So
I still think we need the classic BOA pose.
Yeah,
you know, like, why do we not have that yet?
Yeah.
And then we have a story to tell.
Story time.
Yes. You may have remembered that we cracked Iceberg-san out of his slab before. This was his old label. Hopefully I can hold it up high so you can see it. He was an 8-5. So
7-5 on edges.
Yeah. I have no idea why. I've never seen such a clean card in my life. My goodness.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to be a black
I remember
label.
that card beyond any other card. She looked at it and she said, "This is pristine.
I thought
this
black
is the
label
most
for sure."
surefire black label I have ever seen
And
out
I
of
still
all the
think
cards."
that. Looking at him, I still think that. But all we did was crack him and resubmit him. He went up an entire point. An entire point.
7-5 edges to 10 edges.
Just like I thought.
9.5 centering to 10 centering. Surface was a 10, and now it's a 9. What?
What do they have against poor Iceberg? I mean, come on.
Is this just an ungradable card, and like they just roll the dice and whatever it lands on is what it lands on? Because if the surface had stayed a 10,
He'd be a black
it'd be a black label. We would have gone from an 8.5 to a black label.
Yeah, and I firmly believe he is a black label. Under magnification, I can find no fault. I don't know what this flaw is that dinged an entire point off the surface that they found, but I think someone's just having a bad day and taking it out on poor Iceberg every time. Every time.
Yeah.
But the fact that all we did was crack and resubmit, we got a whole nother point back, that tells you something. This card is a good card. And just out of spite, I'm thinking about doing it again.
Yeah, we're
I
thinking
will be proven right.
This one is our journey card. Like, we don't care about the card, icebergs, whatever.
Yeah.
But
I'm
some
not
point
in love with Iceberg, but it's
Yeah.
the fact of my fervent belief that it was a black label being basically shot through 100 times with a shotgun as it came back in 8.5, and I was like, am I just not able to pre-grade anything? Like, oh my god,
the
I have
most
no
confidence-shattering thing ever.
Yeah, and then I was like, no, I'm not crazy. We're gonna resubmit this. And then it came back a point higher. I was like, I'm definitely not crazy. So I'm thinking it may have to go one more time.
We may try it again and see where it lands.
Yeah.
That would be a hilarious journey if we took it from an 8.5 to a black label and we didn't really do anything to it.
And then I'll have a black label iceberg for no reason. It's not a card I would have chosen.
It'll be such a good centerpiece, though. Like, let me tell you the story about Iceberg. He went from trash to riches.
Kids, gather around.
Kids, yeah.
It's story time. So, that is the whole order. You made it.
Yes, and we made it.
We barely made it.
We finally get our table back.
Yeah. Oh my god.
That's
our whole
gonna be
table
awesome.
has been just
Slab
City
Slab
again.
City, yeah. Most of these 9.5s, we called them as 9.5s.
Yeah.
We were just stupid and thought, well, maybe they'll overlook something and give us a 10. So, like, our pre-grading notes are
actually fairly
emotionless and accurate for the most part.
But our submission hopium was... We were high on hopium, that's for sure.
Because we have a rule. If there are more than 2 notes, we don't submit.
But for some reason, in this order, we did a lot.
We said, this time for some reason, we said, oh, there's only 2 notes. What if one of them gets ignored and then it's a 10?
It'll
Aha.
slip through, it'll be a 10.
So it won't be a black label, but... And that was our excuse the whole time. So we spent way too much money on stuff that just did not pan out. So this next order that we've done, we were very cutthroat on.
Yeah, we're planning on doing smaller batch orders. So not only just to see if there's any difference there. I mean, obviously there's going to be a difference because we're not going to let our hopium own us anymore. But also just so that we can keep track with notes a little bit easier, because it took me an entire day going through those notes trying to match the cards to where I had them on the paper. That was awful. I don't think I wrote it down.
That's okay. I'm not looking for a number. I'm just going to show some.
Oh, previews.
Yep. So I'm not going to take them out of the rubber bands and stuff, but just to give you some idea of what we got coming. We got one of the first anniversary Namis from the Chinese set. Like, once again, China just getting some amazing stuff.
The whole set is gorgeous.
Yeah.
But we are waiting on a replacement for the chopper card because right out of the package, there were some really bad dings. Like, almost like a gouge in the card. I don't know why. The rest of the cards were fine. But that wasn't going to fly, so I bought an individual chopper to replace ours. Yep.
So we got those. We got a Manga Zoro in the mix somewhere. I don't know where he's at, but
he's in there.
Is he? Okay. Yeah, he's in one of the rubber banded sets somewhere. But yeah, so we got some really cool cards. But those we set a limit on ourselves to 2 instead of like 9.
No, there was never 9.
I mean, some of these are like 8, right?
Oh, I see what you mean. Number. I thought you meant like things wrong with it.
Like, especially for low value cards, we took the best 2, not the best 8.
Yep.
Not the best 12.
Yep.
Best 2, and we submitted those. So, and we're going to be doing that moving forward. And we're going to start breaking our orders up into categories and such so that we can do same videos like this, but instead of 150 cards where we can't
Randomness.
looking through the notes in order this big is just really hard, and like trying to glean anything from it is pretty difficult. It took us
Like
like
I
a
said,
day and a half
yeah.
to prepare for this video.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do it much smaller orders
have
from now on, so we can.
So many
Yeah.
notes.
Yeah. So, our next videos will be much smaller, much more condensed, and more data driven because we'll have
Yeah.
smaller subset of stuff to work with. Will make it easier for us. So, but yeah.
Speaking of data, even with the hopium shift, we still managed about a 5% black label return on this order.
Yep.
So that's the average. They say we went from 9% to 5%. So
Yeah, between 5 and 10% is about where people land. So we
we
did.
were on the high end of it. Now we've gotten skewed to the low end of it, but
Yeah.
still managing to stay
but
within
still
the
within
average.
the range, so that's decent.
Yeah. So, and only 7% was nines.
Yeah.
So
And sometimes it's about the quality of the black label.
it is. That right there, that's special.
So
It's
Yeah.
it's a pop 1. Special.
Yep. Sometimes it's a low pop because it should be. But
But I mean, not in this case. In this case, it's because it's the most amazing thing ever.
okay. Cool stuff. Well, that's what we have for you today. So now we have the joy of putting all this away and categorizing it again.
Yeah.
But,
and then taking photos of it and listing it on our eBay.
Yep.
If you haven't been over to check that out, we've gotten a lot more things up. Currently, I just have mostly the 10s up. We have a lot of 9.5s from our last order that I haven't put up yet, but hopefully I'll get some more stuff done.
We're still figuring out all this stuff. We're new to this. We try to give the appearance of being all professional and like we've been doing this for years, but we've really been doing this for months. So
Yeah.
we're working out the kinks. We're figuring out streamlining our processes. We're getting all that stuff done. One day maybe we'll show you kind of the back office video. We'll go over like all the Google Sheets and stuff that we maintain because it's a nightmare. But for now,
But it helps us keep track of things.
it does. So, yeah. So yeah, billionberi.com if you want to see our the links to our eBay, our TCG player. That's the easiest way you can find it. And it's BERI.com. So yeah.
We'll put links in the description for you and make it easier.
Links in the description, make it easy. But for now,
That's the end of Slab City this time, and mistakes were made, but we've learned some valuable lessons. So
Yep.
I think it's going to be worth it in the end, because
We-
we will
we-
do better.
I am a firm believer in failing forward. So we will learn from this mistake and
Less hopium.
come back better. Yeah, the
Lot
hopium
less
is
hopium.
gone. You got to take a more logical, emotionalist approach to this in the future. So
Yeah.
so yeah, hopefully you enjoyed us, seeing how much money we threw away on this video, and then next time, hopefully, as a revenge tour, you'll see all the black labels
Yeah.
and all the 10s that we got back.
Just be swimming in it,
and-
hopefully.
and be like, ha, see, told you we did good this time.
And if we do, in fact, do much better than this, we will start working on the pre-grading video to help you learn how we do it so that you can do it too.
Mhm.
But we won't do that until we have data to back it up.
Yep. We don't want to teach wrong stuff.
Yeah.
So we may think we're doing well, and then we get this next order back and be like, oh, maybe not.
We'll
So
see.
We'll see how
Fingers
accurate we are
crossed.
this time. But
yeah.
anyway, like, comment, subscribe, whatever.
All those good things.
What are some cool black labels you got? What are some really questionable things that you got?
Yeah. Tell us your BGS stories
Yeah.
in the comments.
And
We want to know.
if you got a really bad one, did you crack it out and resubmit it? And if so, did you get a better grade? I'm curious how many of those are floating out there.
Yeah. I know we're not the only ones.
No, we're not the only one.
So.
We've actually met a few of you at at Beckett recently, and it's been great talking with you guys.
Yeah.
Like Tom and Victor, and they've broken out some some cards as well and had some good luck with that. So
They got some good cards.
they got some good stuff. So yeah, looking forward to meeting more of you at Beckett if you're in the Dallas area, because every time we go there, like lately, it's been a circus when we go in there.
Yeah, it used to be just dead. We'd never see anybody.
It used to be, it's like, how are you still in business? I don't even see anybody here.
And then lately, it's just been booming, and we end up in conversations every time we go, and it's fun to meet people. And
Yeah. So I've been Mike,
Tasha,
and we are Billion Beri, and we will talk to you next time. See you for
guys.
EBO1.
Yeah, very soon.